What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? This is LexTalkTV. Let me turn this down a little bit. I haven't slept at all. It's like, I don't know what time it is right now. I think it's like 6 o'clock something in the morning. Saw this video that made me want to make this video. And this is about bullying and being bullied. What can I say? When I was younger, around, I would say, ever since I can remember, I had always been bullied. Because I was never, feminine. I was never like the other little girls. I didn't, always have my hair done. I wore Payless sneakers, or beat down sneakers. I was, homeless with my mother at one point. Yeah, we walked in the cold. There wasn't a car, been through that shit, I had a book thrown at me by this kid named, and I'm gonna say his name, Alan Hightower. Yeah. He threw a book at me in lunch one time. And another kid like flicked a rubber band, like a big rubber band, and flicked it in my eye. I had people come up to me, try to fight me. And it's funny because, like, my tolerance at that age is so much more than the tolerance that I have now. Like, if I can take an ounce of wisdom of the child that I was, it was amazing. Because I didn't let none of that shit bother me. I stayed focused in my books. People call me a teacher's pet. All right, because I'm gonna ace the test. It didn't matter to me. But it was very real. Bullying was very real. And it's still very real today. I mean, I would hate to be a kid today, with social media. It's just very sad. It's very sad, the things that, and really it speaks volumes to where they're coming from, where these children are coming from, where they're learning these things from. It's funny how, tolerance towards the LGBTQIA, BCDFGHIJK, you get what I'm saying? The tolerance towards, people under that umbrella has really blossomed, I would say. Because I was bullied, this is another thing that I'm going to tie into this topic. I was bullied for being gay, for being what was, what people perceived me as being gay. I never really openly assumed that title, but I did live the lesbian lifestyle, and it was funny because I went through that period. Like, I came out, like, I really just didn't give a fuck. I didn't come out and tell people, but I just really didn't give a fuck. I just lived my life. I came out before it was cool, before there was these two girls in my high school that were, what people consider to be attractive. If you're from Brentwood High School, you know who I'm talking about. But they considered them to be attractive. So, and they pretended to be together, because it was appealing to other people in the school. And that's when, being bisexual or anything like that was cool. And I remember one day, like, I had, like, my mom would take me to get, like, my nails done and stuff like that, like acrylic nails. Yeah, imagine me. But my nails are actually kind of long right now. I hate that shit. But acrylic nails, yeah. And I got rainbows on, like, the thumbs or whatever. And I was in home ec, and this girl's like, one of the two girls that I was talking about. I'm not gonna mention their names because that's a little too much. Um, but she said, "You gay?" And then all I remember is, like, I remember, like, I don't know if you've ever felt true embarrassment, but it was real embarrassment where, like, I felt the heat, like, rise on my neck and, like, to my face, and, like, I felt my cheeks blush, and, like, everybody in the room started laughing, and I'll never forget that. And I was like, wow. And, like, for a moment it was silent, and then I was like, yeah, I am. And after that, everybody shut up. And that's the moment I realized that people don't mean shit. Straight up. People that want to hate on you, they don't mean shit. It's whether you let them be shit or not. You want to let them fester, let them fuck up your day, man, I'm going to spray air freshener all over your ass. That's it. And keep on walking. Because your shit ain't going to mess me up. Never. And, you know, and that's what I lived through. And then they had something called the freshman center, where it was all the ninth graders that went to one school before they went to the high school. So middle school, and then ninth grade. So in ninth grade, I was just like, I don't give a fuck. This is me, and I live my life, and I was with girls, and I was, you know, whatever. And yeah, it was funny. People just started coming out of nowhere, wanted to be my friend, wanted to know who was I, what was I doing, you know, because it was cool. And I was like, fuck you. Seriously. I was like, fuck you. Like, you want to come into my life now because it's a trend? Because it's funny how things work, you know? People don't remember you. People don't remember. I was that, you know, little girl at the time, you know, going home and crying every day, you know? Going home and hating having to wake up the next day to go to school. Trying not to be noticed. Because nothing I ever did was good enough or up to par or popular. Man, but then when I was going to high school, you know, wearing my little ties and shit, wearing my little button ups and all that, my fitteds, and, you know, then it's like, oh, you know, he's got style. Oh, you know, oh, he's cute. Oh, you know, man, that's why you always gotta be you. No matter, despite all the hate, all the shade, you gotta do you, you know? And, you know, and a couple people fell off when I came out as trans, you know. But once again, you gotta stay true to yourself, you know what I'm saying? Besides all the bullying nonsense, always make sure you're safe. Like I said in my other video, you always gotta make sure you're safe, you know? You can't be tough all the time. Sometimes you gotta have your tail between your legs. I mean, that's just the nature of life, you know? You gotta be a chameleon. You gotta learn how to coexist. And it's unfortunate, but what I'm here to say is that it's cliche, but it does get better. It gets better. You know what I'm saying? You stop falling into the games that these people play with you, you know? Falling into all these little mouse traps that they set up. You know? Stop going for the bait. Stop trying to get the cheese. It's not worth it. Don't assimilate. You know what I'm saying? I tried that. I tried to assimilate. And then I was like, what am I doing this for? And I was like, nah, I'm going to be myself. And that was it, you know? And I haven't looked back from then. And, you know, can't nobody tell me nothing now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that bullying shit, that don't work. And let me see somebody do that, some shit like that to somebody else. I it's weird because I was bullied, then I became the bully. And it's so sad how that cycle is and how vicious that is. Like, I wasn't like a bully to, you know, everybody. There's a specific person actually that I I did bully, and you know, and to this day I regret, and I'm truly sorry for her. And I mean, she knows who she is, and I've apologized to her, and we've had our little, you know, thing. But still, bullying is just not cool. It's not. It's something that it stays with you forever, you know. I'm not saying that I wish it didn't happen, because it made me the person that I am today. You know, I've grown thick skin. Um, like my father has always told me, like duck feathers. You know, you gotta let that shit roll off you. You know, the water that hits you, let that roll off you. Um, but yeah, um, it's just amazing and incredible to see how truly detrimental some of these parents and adults are to these children. I think we really need to wake up and realize what we're doing, especially with all this emphasis. Like, I mean, look, this hat is cool, you know, this shirt is cool and everything, but fuck all that. Seriously, fuck all that. Man, you can see my hair like this. Fuck all that. This don't mean nothing. I'm a person. Besides all this, I'm a person. I don't need no fly hats. I don't need no. I could wear my little, you know, my old ass, uh, old ass Nike, whatever, old ass Vans hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, old ass shoes. You know, you got to come up from somewhere, right? It's called the bottom for a reason, and there's something that I've always said and grown firmly to believe in. The bottom is just the top at another level, and let that stick in there. Um, so that's all I gotta say with this topic. Leave me comments, questions, concerns below. Hit my inbox. LexTalkTv at gmail.com. Peace, y'all.